We want to use the copy activity in Azure Data Factory. We already created an Azure storage account. We want to create a new container as an input container, and the other one gonna be output container. We want to upload a CSV file in input container in the storage account, then use the copy activity in Azure Data Factory to copy this CSV file from the input container to output container. So for doing that, first of all, use the copy activity and create a data set and linked service and put the data into output container. Let's navigate to the storage account that we already created. In this part, we need to create a container. I need to add a container input, create. And in this container, I'm going to upload a CSV file from the desktop. For example, this employee. If we navigate to the input again and see that employee CSV that we uploaded already, for checking the data, we are able to navigate to the edit tab, then preview. This is the data which is available in this file, which is correct. Now we need to create another container. Which is output. And for now, this output gonna be empty. After that, based on this business requirement, we need to use the copy activity in Azure Data Factory to copy this employee CSV, which is available in input container, to the output container. Let's get started with this part. Now the next step is creating the Azure Data Factory. For doing that, search for the Data Factory. And create a new one. Okay, the subscription is the free, which is available for me. I already have the resource group, which is sandbox storage. If you don't have it, you need to create a new storage. Then for the name, I'm saying data cube to see if it's not, yeah, it's okay. So next. For Git configuration, we don't want to configure it now, but if we want to configure it, we need to uncheck this one and put all of the proper information here. For now, I don't want to configure it and configure it later. Networking is public for now. Next, next. And then create. Okay, it's a deployment in progress. Okay, it's been created. Okay, for checking that Azure Data Factory, we need to search for the Data Factory. The name was Data Cube. Click on this. Launch the studio to the Azure Data Factory Studio for configuring any activity that we want to perform. In this case, is copy activity that we want to copy the data from the input container to output container. Okay, that's it. Now in Azure Data Factory, for performing the copy activity, we need to create a new. Then in here, we are able to see the different activity. We need to drag this copy activity, and in the general, everything looks fine. You would be able to change the name if you want. Then for the source, we need to create a new source, and our source is blob storage. In this case, continue with that one. Then it was a CSV file. Continue. Then we need to create a link to be able to connect to our blob storage. Then here the name, we leave it as it is, but if you want, you can change the name for this link. And then authentication type, this is the integration runtime, which we leave it as it is. And for the subscription, I put the free subscription that I'm using, and the storage account, it's gonna be this one that we already created. And let's create this one. Okay, it's been created successfully. Now the file path, we need to check the file path as well, for it is in input, and this is the CSV file. Okay, it looks fine. Then the next step is for the sync. Again, we need to copy this source to the destination. We need to create a dataset and link for that. So we are going to create, this is the dataset that needs to be created. For the link, again, we need to create another one. Then for the subscription, the previous one. And then choose where to copy this in output container. And okay. So up to now, we created the dataset and link service for the source and dataset and link service for the output. Now we need to validate all of these. Okay, there is no problem. Next, we need to publish all of these. Publish completed. Now we are able to run this pipeline. If we want to manually run it, we can trigger now. If we want to schedule it, we are able to create a new trigger for that. In this case, we go with this trigger now to see what is the result of this pipeline. And then for monitoring, we would be able to navigate to the monitor tab and see, look, this pipeline 1 is in progress. Manual trigger. Okay, let's navigate to the storage account. And this is the container. In output, as you can see, employee is available in output. Let's check the data in edit tab, preview. Yes, data is exactly the same as what we are able to see in input container. So we were able to perform the copy activity in Azure Data Factory.